Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Febi Astuti and my student ID number is 20 400 122 039. And here I will explain my answer for the Psycholinguistic Assignment 9. For the first question about uh, Hanania and Grandma in 1977 conduct research showing the process of adult language acquisition. So, what do you know of the research and what do you think about the research report of it is connected to your own experience as a second language learner? My answer is Hanania and a grandma conduct a longitudinal study with Fatma. Fatma is the 19 years old Saudi Arabian girl that learning English uh, as her second language. And initially, Fatma's English consisted of memorized phrases and learned tough natural social interactions without understanding the individual word meanings or syntactic structure. Over the time, Fatma progressed from the memory memorization to selective imitation that gradually constructing more complex syntactic structures. This support Crescent's idea that routines and patterns evolve into creative construction that enabling meaningful language in social contexts. And from the perspective as a second language learner, and I'm so sorry, from my perspective as a second language learner, I can relate to this research. In the early stage of learning English, I memorized uh, common phrases and expression without fully understanding their grammatical structures. But for instance, I could say, "How are you?" or "What is this?" but struggle to construct the structures creatively. And over the time I tried repeat exposure and practice, I learned to use this structure creatively. This research highlights the importance of social interaction and gradual syntactic development, reflecting on how on our journey from memorization to meaningful language use. So the second question about from Alice R. that emphasized in 1997 emphasized that computational model explains three stages that occur in human mind when acquiring language. And what do you know of the model? Explain your answer in detail and supporting with example. So, my answer is Alice outlined a three-stage computational model describing how adults acquire a second language. The first stage is input short-term memory or the intake stage. This stage, adults receive language input, which is temporarily stored in short-term memory and this input is filtered and processed as intake. For example, when hearing "thank you" as a second language learner, first stores this as a whole praise without breaking it down into individual words. And the second stage is transformation into long-term memory. This stage intakes from the short-term memory. They are transferred The second stage is transformation into long-term memory. This stage intakes from the short-term memory that are transferred into long-term memory, where they become a part of learners' second language knowledge. For instance, after repeat exposure to thank you, the praise is memorized and understood deeply, allowing it to recall in various contexts. And the third stage is production stage. This stage, stored knowledge is actively used to produce language outputs, and this involves constructing sentence during the verbal communication. For example, after mastering a thank you, the learner may creatively use it with variation, such as you say, thank you so much or thanks a lot. So the last question about, according to Christian, adults will complete five stages of language development in the process of acquiring a second language. What do you know of the five stage, and what do you think about the stage if they are connected to your own experience as a second language learner? So my answer is uh, Stephen Cres- Stephen Crescent identified five stages in adult second language acquisition. The first stage is pre-production or the silent period. Here, a learner observe and listen without speaking too much. They may understand more than they can produce. For example, they relate to my experience. At the start of learning English, I listen to conversation and watch English videos, or I listen to the music without actively participating. And the second is early production, the stage where the learners begin using short phrases and simple sentences, and the errors are common. For example, I remember using basic phrases like "I want water" or like "Where is the book?" uh, that are with the limited vocabulary. So next, the third stage is speech emergence. Here, the learners produce more complex sentences, tough with some grammatical errors. For example, at this stage, I start holding a simple conversation, such as describing my daily routine. Tough, I made frequent mistakes. Next is intermediate fluency. At this stage, the learners engage in more extended conversation and can express more complex ideas. Tough, they may struggle with nuance or advanced language. For example, I could discuss familiar topic and express opinions, but still difficult with idioms or complex tenses. And the last is the last stage is advanced fluency. This stage where the learners achieve near native proficiency and can participate participate in complex discussion with minimal errors. For example, I am still starving towards the stage where I aim to refine my language skills to handle professional or academic discussion with confidence. Um, Maybe that's all my answer for this assignment 9. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.